Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Divine Rebel. So, July was crazy. I spent the first half of the month on vacation and came back and had an entire life switch. These July readings are going to be very useful for hindsight and understanding what you were supposed to take from it, giving you some best advice moving forward. Okay. So I hope these messages help you in divine time when you catch this. For those of you not familiar with me or the channel, I have no sugarcoating. I have no filter. I'm just I read how I read. I'm a very raw reader, okay? I read how I read. So whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. I understand that people have kids. They don't always appreciate those messages. So I'm always very respectful of that. I'm giving you the opportunity to sign off now if that is the case. Otherwise, we are getting into July for 2021 for Cancer. Those with strong, significant Cancerian placements in their charts. Take it as it resonates for you. All right, if it doesn't, just leave it. Spirit, please. What was going on in July? Give us some insight on what the overall theme for Cancerian energies is for July. What was July all about for Cancer? What is July all about for Cancer? Milk and honey. Cancer is a sweet month. July was a sweet month. Those of you that have really strong Cancerian placements in your chart, July was very positively aligned for you, right? An elephant never forgets is a big theme that comes along with this milk and honey card. There's always gold at the end of the rainbow. So Cancer, with this, I feel like you've definitely reached some kind of new, fresh, I feel like it's a new, fresh beginning after a whole bunch of change. Something that I feel is very well deserved for trusting in the rainbow, believing in the rainbow, and following it all the way to the end. So July for Cancer was all about, and I'm definitely feeling like remembering what it's like to feel blessed. Okay, I'm feeling that. Remembering what it's like to feel blessed. And I say remembering because even if you've never felt so blessed in your life ever, your soul doesn't forget, right? Your soul doesn't forget what it's like to feel blessed, and it's been striving for it for however many lifetimes, right? And you finally have been served up a good dose of blessed. So what else is going on with this month? We're going to pull, hopefully Spirit will roll with this, 4 cards, one for each week, to kind of give you an idea of what was going on and what is still to come, because we still have a good week left in the month. Manifestations were out of your control at the beginning of the month. You were kind of very much going with the flow with the Magician in the reverse. Manifest in reverse. I think that the universe was definitely flowing out something at you. It wasn't necessarily your outright creation. It wasn't necessarily based off of things you were choosing in the moment, but very much flow state, very early in the month. And you decided to go with it, right? We got the 2 of Wands, spread your wings. You realize that you are pretty darn close to a destination point, right? As you can see in this card. There's almost like a bullseye here with the path that she's on. You realize Spirit's taking you somewhere. Halfway through the month, you are very well aware that you are on your way. Very well aware of being on your way. And needing to trust, right? Root chakra work, knowing that you are feeling or sensing that something is close, needing to trust some kind of grounding of the manifestation, right? Root chakra is not starting out with not knowing what's manifesting and flowing and just knowing and sensing that you're close. This is the grounding of the manifestation. So as of this past week, you probably experienced some major things come into form, and if anything, are just in need of trust that it's all meant to be exactly how it's meant to be, right? Whatever this manifestation was, because Spirit's working in your highest good. And we got the Ace of Swords. Okay, so we got a lot of ones. We got a lot of ones, because the Magician is a 1, base chakra is 1, and the clarity of beliefs, or the Ace of Swords, is a 1. I think you're walking through a door, especially with this card, walking through a door you didn't know was there, and releasing some kind of energetic transformed energy. At the end of the week, I think you're going to take this huge blessing, feeling that you've received, this flow feeling where you feel super blessed. I think you're literally rippling at the end of the month. The whole point of this month was to get you in such a vibration that you rippled to a very specific place, person, group, environment. Someone who is refusing to see. Someone who you know or is very aware that needed to rebuild. I think you may have even at the very beginning of the month, Cancer, needed to rebuild your heart space to a certain extent, in that there was a certain belief in spirit, right? There was a certain tower moment or break of thought, right? At the beginning or earlier in the month, a thought that needed to get broken, and there was a refusal either on your part or another's to see clearly what was going on. So you, without you even realizing it, I think Spirit kind of put something in your path to get you on path, right? To get you off of whatever blocked path you were on and get you on it so that you could hit this bullseye to trust, so that you can ripple this new blessed awareness. Some kind of thought process had to break down. And now I think you're going to help others. Now I feel like you're in a place where you are listening and seeing things very differently. I think the whole point of this month was to get you seeing things very differently so that you could in turn help others shift, right? Because as soon as you shift, everything shifts. This was big for you. I feel like there was some kind of belief that you held in your mind for a really long time. So I'm going to use my Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle as guidance forward through the rest of the month, and what you could take forward after what you've learned from this month forward into August. Okay. Yeah, be there for you. Mirror, mirror. Be there for you. And the image is literally mirrored. You might have a soul sister that mirrors the reality for you. You may have seen a stark contrast between your new self and your old self, because these mirrored images aren't actually looking at each other. Okay. But this is card number 4, and it's called Be There For You. So I'm going to read some for you. Advice moving forward, right? It says, it's time to let yourself off the hook. Don't interpret the behavior of other people or circumstances outside of your control to indicate something negative about you. Forgive yourself for anything that you feel you have done wrong. You can learn from your choices more easily if you stop punishing yourself whenever you feel that you've made a mistake. Even the decisions that we regret can help us grow wiser when we swap judgment for compassion. Sometimes we can only learn what we need to know from what doesn't work out so well at the time. Forgive yourself, have your own back, and be good to you. When things don't work out with people or circumstances or life the way you thought, right? When things don't work out the way you thought or manifest the way you thought, especially if you've been thinking it or wanting it or wishing it for years, right? When things don't work out the way you want, it's because the universe is divinely flowing you in a different direction, in a better direction that is more suited for your soul healing. You know, we all have these ideas of what we want life to be or what we want it to look like. But at the end of the day, when something doesn't work out the way you think, there's usually a reason behind it, a mirror reason behind it, why it's not working out. And people in our life that manifest for us to witness is simply to observe what that mirror is. You know, so if we have blocked people in our life, struggling people in our life, sad people in our life, angry people in our life, people who give up, you know, in our life. We have to use them as a divine mirror and say, okay, well, how have I given up on myself? How am I struggling with my own thought processes? You know, how am I sad with my own self because I haven't done this or haven't done that, and that's where my heart's been guiding me for a long time? What belief isn't serving me? What perspective isn't serving me? You know, until you have literally filled your reality with people who are in alignment, because the people that are not in alignment will always fall away. I think sometimes we maintain certain alignments with people because we refuse to even want to see beyond our own selves most of the time. We don't actually want to change because we don't actually want to lose them, even if they're not in our highest alignment. I feel if you have been ignoring something. Sorry, this was just like a really random ping. If you've been ignoring something or someone on your soul for too long, you have to understand you can't ignore it forever. You can't ignore it forever. I'm going to go back and read some more in here. You can't ignore it forever. We have open, sensitive, beautiful hearts. Sometimes the world cannot meet that heart of yours on equal terms, and sometimes the hearts of others are just too closed and afraid. And that's okay, because it's part of why you were born, to help heal and open the hearts of the world. I feel like this is for the cross watcher. What I'm reading now, if someone's cross watching for Cancer, I usually don't even talk about the cross watchers. I'm very aware of your presence. But I feel like this is for a cross watcher, what I'm reading now. So take it as it resonates. You know, Cancer, it could still, of course, be for you. There's mirrors. But I feel like the cross watcher has to absolutely be recognized right now. It says you never have to close down or turn away from the sacred purpose in the world, but you do deserve to be safeguarded and protected. Know that you have your own back. When fearful, angry people lash out in pain, trying to hurt others because they cannot get past their own hurt, do not make it about you. Your heart knows how to love and protect you, whilst it has compassion for the suffering that another may be feeling. Remember that you must be there for yourself, nurturing your own heart with plenty of love. Give it to yourself just as you give it to the world, with kindness and generosity, and don't allow anyone or anything make you forget what is real and true. The wisdom and love fills your own divine heart that helps heal the world. Sometimes we lash out and we get angry at the people that we care about. Cancer. Whether we're doing it now or we've done it before and we've never actually taken ownership of it. You know, I was just thinking the other day, because I was gifted a deck of cards that I will most likely be using for the August readings. I'm not sure yet. I have to read through the book on it. It's a new deck. But I was thinking about the Justice card, especially because we have so many ones, right? And Justice is 11. that when we leave this life, our soul is weighed in the balance against a feather. And if our soul is heavier than the feather, it's because we have regrets, we have guilt, we're harboring anger, remorse, feeling lack, you name it. There's some kind of heaviness on the soul. If and when you leave this life, you have to realize that there's one simple divine fact, and that is you cannot move forward and ascend beyond the earth realm, right? Beyond reincarnation here. If you have things weighing heavy on your soul, if there's something not sitting right with you about your own choices or your own behavior, if you were angry at someone who didn't deserve it, if you took from someone who didn't deserve to be taken from, if you lied to someone who doesn't deserve to be lied to, you know, if you snapped at somebody who in hindsight didn't deserve to be snapped because they were only being your divine mirror at the time, like there are certain things that you have to reconcile, or you will not pass into the next level of soul or spirit, right? Beyond the earth realm where you reincarnate here. The purpose is not to keep reincarnating over and over again as a soul. And it's not the purpose. I mean, life can be awesome, sure, but it's not the actual purpose. Reincarnation and coming back here is not the purpose. The whole purpose of reincarnation is to ascend to the next soul level, right? Where you become the guardian angel, where you become the ascended master in soul, because your soul is weightless, right? It's lighter than the feather. That's the whole point. To experience a lifetime where you can own your own mistakes, you can own words you could have said better, you can forgive people who didn't understand as a hurt soul that they were hurting you. It's knowing that should you die tomorrow, you actually hold no regret, but actual gratitude instead. Because it's not about, oh, I have no regrets. I have no regrets. No, if you could say you have no regrets, the chances are there's a little something still sitting there that you're kind of ignoring. I have no regrets. No, you might have a little something that you're ignoring. But if you could say, I look back at my life and I'm 100% grateful. I'm 100% grateful for all of my experiences because I was able to grow through it. I was able to own my shit through it. I was able to become a better person through it. I pushed myself beyond all my fears and overcame them. I stopped manifesting bullshit future reality because I owned my shit in the present. Someone was owed an apology, so I gave it to them. Someone needed the truth, so I gave it to them. Maybe the truth is they didn't deserve how I was reacting. Maybe the truth is scary for me to admit. Maybe it's terrifying. The outcome could be anything when the truth comes out, but the truth is still the truth. And I can't leave this life holding in the truth. I can't continue forward in this life without knowing there's some repercussions later down the road for holding in the truth. You know, there's all kinds of experiences with people that we go through. And the more you clear now, the more blessings you'll manifest later. So I think Spirit for the month of July gave you a very solid feeling of being blessed. A very solid win, being blessed. Because I feel like you've done a certain amount of healing within yourself. Now it's about rippling that transformation of self with others at the end of the month. If you're not who you used to be, then don't act or ripple like you used to be anymore. Right? If who you used to be was someone who told a white lie or a big one, if someone who you used to be was someone who got angry and emotional and was afraid, you know, that's who you used to be. It's not who you are now. So don't bring that person from your past that you were into your present moment or any future moment, which means everything and anything, right, moving forward, everything and anything that was unjust, let this kind of be your prompt from spirit to clear it now. Like, clear it now, right? Because they refuse to see on the bottom, if there's certain, you're not going to see what's manifesting, right? You're just not. You got to listen to your intuition and gut on this, because you're going to have some really challenging times, particularly with kids. And your kids are going to end up your teachers, right? Your kids are going to end up your teachers. So they're going to teach you how you failed to see yourself, right, in the mirror. So let yourself off the hook, right? Let yourself off the hook was the first line, which means whatever karma would be manifesting against you to teach you because you weren't in alignment, right? You refused to see, refused to own, refused to grow, or refused to evolve moving forward. Like 99% is not 100. Whatever it is moving forward, Spirit's letting you know now is a window for you to open up your heart really big and let yourself off the hook of karma's bullshit that would manifest later by literally owning it and clearing it now. I hope this message helps, Cancer, because you've had a really, really great month. And whenever we go through really, really great months, we're afraid the rug's going to get pulled out from under us, right? That's our next thought. Life is too fucking good. Something's going to happen that's going to knock me off my heavenly top. Well, because the universe is reminding you how blessed you can feel. When we have these beautiful, blessed moments, Spirit is reminding us how blessed life can be and can continue to be if we continue to ripple that blessed feeling to other people. But that can only continue if we continue to ripple the blessed feeling to other people. If we take our blessed feelings and keep it for ourselves and we stop rippling it to other people, the universe is like, why are you doing that? Why aren't you rippling that blessed feeling? Why aren't you not afraid like you are when you feel blessed? Why are you doubting yourself and the people that love you like you're not blessed? It's us who sabotage our own blessed feeling by going back into fear or doubt or guilt or whatever. So moving forward, Cancer, don't be afraid to continue being blessed. Don't be afraid to take whatever weights there are on your soul off. Reconcile, rectify, resolve anything going on in your reality on or below the surface that needs to come clean so that you can continue to manifest blessed. The blessed feelings don't have to stop. The blessed reality doesn't have to stop. It's just your cue from the universe to continue being blessed and ripple blessed. Whatever you have going on, make your soul as light as a feather. Make your soul as light as a feather. That you would allow yourself to experience extreme gratitude because you faced a fear, you faced a doubt, you faced an insecurity, you faced a worry, and hit it with love and truth instead of being afraid or worried or doubtful or insecure about it. Hit it with love, hit it with the truth, and clear yourself, let yourself off the hook later for the karma you'd pay later, right? Address whatever it is, whatever that is for you, especially if there's a soulmate in your life, especially if there's a child in your life involved that has issues, who would teach you as your mirror later what it's like to give in to fear, because children are just old souls in little bodies. Don't be confused by their age. Their mirror is their mirror's on fleek. Okay? It's super fucking bright. They are authentic as they come, children. And they see everything going on in your mirror. Okay? If you have a soulmate who would cross-watch this and be reminded that your anger is not to be taken personally, or that your beliefs or your actions are not to be taken personally, or if you have a child, right, that would divinely teach you in hindsight what it is to hold your light back, right, being afraid or being in doubt or whatever. This is your cue, right? This is your cue. Spirit's giving you a window. It's giving you a window to listen where you refuse to see. Right? It's giving you a window. So, until next time, Cancer, I love you very much. I will see you tomorrow for the moon event. I have the moon event tomorrow, and then I have a Twin Flame Secret Code Name event next week, and then I have August readings coming out. So it's going to be busy for me the last week. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.